いえ、ギャル男宣言。
Go, 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 ギャル男宣言 Go, 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 ギャル男宣言 Go, 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 ギャル男宣言 Go, 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 go オス、俺ギャルを始めました BK 卒業パンツピタピタっていうか昨日も渋谷好きな食べ物はシーザーサラダングロメッシュにからコンレンズパラパラダンスの猛練習パラダイスに陶酔表現中ギャル男ステイチューン金じゃら銀じゃら銀ギラピンマルキューセールは仁義なし全身バリバリやっぱり B3CLO キノコを食べましたトランス聞きました調子上がってきたみんなが大好きだ
Now, I know what you're thinking. This isn't an anime. Well, yes it is, but not this. Similar to the Animatrix, Batman Gotham Knight is a series of animated shorts collected into a single film. Taking place in the Nolan film continuity, between Batman Begins and The Dark Knight, Gotham Knight was made by a handful of well-known anime studios, with each sort having its own unique art style. In fact, Gotham Knight came as a bonus with special copies of The Dark Knight back when it was first released. The first short is called Have I Got a Story for You from Studio 4 Degrees Celsius or Studio 4C or whatever. It features 4 skate punks retelling their own experiences in watching the Batman fight, with each of them distorting the details. I think an episode from the American Batman cartoon already did this, so it's sort of treading old ground. Each kid makes Batman look like some weird monster or some shit though. I bet the 4th kid makes Batman into a wizard. Have I Got a Story for You is alright, I guess. I don't really like the art style though. I've seen this type of thing used in other places, the thin lines, the deformed boundaries and shapes, the low frame movement, and I've never really liked it. It just looks lazy and ugly. The second short, Crossfire, is by Production IG of Ghost in the Shell fame. This is a much better work than the first. The animation is quality stuff, the soundtrack is epic, and the story itself is even more interesting. The criminal apprehended in Have I Got a Story for You is being transported by the cops to Arkham, when they get pinned down in a gunfight between the Russian and Italian gangs featured in The Dark Knight. Batman, like a boss, rises from the flames to save the day. More than the other shorts, Crossfire rides on style alone, but that's just fine because there's just so much of it. Field Test was done by B-Train, famous for the Dot Hack series. Lucius Fox makes Batman a cool device that uses the power of science to deflect bullets. Bishi Bruce Wayne also decides to go golfing for a while. Afterward though, Batman decides to test— WHAT?! So this is a concept you went with? You realize you're making something about a man who dresses up as a bat, not a falcon, right? Batman decides to test the device, but dumps it because it bounces a bullet into one of the Fraulines. Field Test is sort of an unnecessary addition. It's really only around so that we can see Bruce stealing the PDA from that one fat cat for use in the final short. The music is forgettable, the art is a bit too Japanese, especially with the boy band Bruce, and that bat suit— Jesus Christ! In Darkness Dwells was made by Madhouse, known for Ninja Scroll and Death Note. Batman descends into the sewers to find a missing cardinal and encounters Killer Croc. In the Nolan-verse, Killer Croc is established as having a horrific skin disorder in combination with being mutated by the sewage and the fear toxin from the League of Shadows in Batman Begins. And of course, because the fear toxin is involved, we all know who we're gonna see next.
Can anyone here speak for the Holy Man? I can.
And this fulfills her contractual obligation to feature the Scarecrow in his Batman role in all Nolan-related Batman films.
In Darkness Dwells is great. I always love seeing the old Batman villains Nolanized, and how they handled Killer Croc was really cool. Also, I'd like to think that Robin's throwaway line in The Dark Knight Rises regarding sewer alligators is referring to this short, which is fucking awesome. Working Through Pain is also made by Studio 4C and is probably the coolest of the entire collection. It's sort of funny how Studio 4C made both the best and worst shorts. While Batman crawls out of the sewer after the events of In Darkness Dwells, he thinks back to his wandering days before he became Batman. Before he met up with the League of Shadows as shown in Begins, Bruce spends some time hanging out in India and learns about pain suppression. He learns all about walking on hot coals, laying on beds of needles, and getting smashed in the head with a 2x4. This is the coolest short because it is entirely about what defines Batman and why we all love to watch him so much, his internal struggle. The only real problem is that one flashback was out of place, where he's helping operate on some poor jack-off without anesthesia. It's got nothing to do with anything. Why is it here? The final short is Deadshot, and it stars, guess who? Deadshot. Madhouse also handles this one too, and I'm beginning to wonder if they just couldn't find anybody else to do these. Deadshot is Nolanized as a high-class socialite, hired assassin, and expert marksman. Batman gives Gordon the PDA he stole as Bruce back in field test to get the action rolling. It turns out that Deadshot's target was Batman, not Gordon, and he gets his ass kicked. It could have ended there, but instead we've got shit like this.
Perhaps you're right, sir, but something tells me you have a deeper purpose.
Really? Did you shoehorn that in because this was the final short? Gotham Knight has 6 shorts and really ends up only having 3 worthwhile ones. Crossfire is cool just on style, Working Through Pain is the ultimate Batman backstory, and In Darkness Dwells, hey, it's Killer Croc. The others all have bad artwork and boring plots. And putting this in the Nolanverse really makes it easy to pick out the continuity errors. Why is the Italian mob leader still free in The Dark Knight when he's clearly caught by the cops in Crossfire? Why is Batman's mansion a location in several shorts when it burned down during Begins and didn't return until The Dark Knight Rises? Why is the Batman suit fucking ridiculous? And hell, speaking of ridiculous, what's with Batman's chin and Deadshot? Were they trying to make him look like his voice actor?
Despite the continuity errors, Gotham Knight's a pretty good watch. It's a lot of fun, but you're not missing much if you decide to skip it. For fans only, I guess.
Some days you just can't get rid of a bomb.
Shit, forgot about this thing.
Did that one hurt?
No. Oh! Dick. This is real.